Welcome back to another episode of Android application development tutorial. In today's episode we are going to learn about how to create a dialog using dialog fragment. So by using a dialog fragment for creating a dialog, you can easily manage the lifecycle methods of a dialog. So open Eclipse and start a new Android project. So for creating a dialog, here I am going to create a new class. Choose the new class option and I name the class as my dialog and browse for a superclass. Here we are going to show the dialog using dialog fragment class. So just search for the dialog fragment class, use this one and click finish. Okay, now here we got a class that extends the dialog fragment. So for creating a dialog, you have to override some lifecycle method of dialog. So here I am going to override the method onCreateDialog. OnCreateDialog, use this method. Okay, in this method you can create the dialog. So for creating a dialog, you have to use the builder object. It is the recommended way of creating dialog in Android. You have to use the builder object. So here I am going to show an alert dialog. So first I create an object of alert dialog dot builder. I name the object as builder equal to new alert dialog dot builder and use this constructor. You have to pass some context object and use this method get activity. Okay, now we got an object of builder class, and by using this object you can set the properties of dialog like message, title. You can add some buttons to the dialog, and you can add maximum of 3 buttons in a dialog: a positive button, a negative button and a neutral button. So here I am going to add 2 buttons, a positive and negative button. Okay, so first here I am going to add a title, a message for the dialog. So builder dot set message, put some message. This is my dialog. Okay, and here I'm going to add the positive button. For adding the positive button, you can use this method set positive button, and this method contains 2 arguments. First one is you need to provide a title for the button, and second one is the on click listener for the button. So I put a title called OK, and here I'm going to pass an anonymous inner type. So new dialog interface dot on click listener. So whenever user click the button, this method will invoke. So here you need to import some package. So I add the packages. So import the needed packages, and now I'm going to add the negative button. So use this method set negative button. Also put a title. I name it as cancel and put a listener. So new dialog interface dot on click listener, and finally here you need to put some semicolon. Okay, now here we just create an object of builder and we set some properties of the dialog using the builder object. We put a message on the dialog and we add 2 buttons, a positive button and a negative button. And finally you have to create the dialog using create method. For that we need an object of alert dialog. I name it as dialog and use the builder object builder dot and call the method create method. Okay, and finally you need to return the builder object, the alert dialog object. Okay, so now we finish all the coding for creating a dialog using dialog fragment. So when we create an object of this class, and by using this object we have to call the show method. So when you call the show method, the dialog will appear on the activity. Okay, so go to the activity main.xml file. So for displaying the dialog, here I am going to add a button. I just add a button and put some title for the button. I name it as show dialog. Also change the width of the button into match parent, and here I add some on click method and throw it on click show dialog. Okay, now you have to define this method on the main activity. Go to main activity.java and define that method public void. Also here you need to pass an object of view class, so view v. Okay, so when user click the button, this method will invokes, and you need an object of my dialog class. So create an object of my dialog first. So create an object of my dialog equal to new my dialog. Okay, now you have to call the show method using the dialog. So dialog dot show, and this method contains two arguments. First one is a fragment manager object and second one is a tag. The tag is used to save the instant state of the dialog, so I use that method, and here I am going to use the get supported fragment manager. Here we are not getting any suggestions, there is some errors. Yeah, instead of activity here I am going to use the fragment activity, and now I use the method get supported fragment manager and put some tag here. I name it as my dialog tag. Okay, so now we can check the project. So select the application and run it. Okay, now we got the output and I click the button. Now here we got the dialog that contain a message and two buttons, a positive button and a negative button. Okay, now here I am going to add some title for the button. So go to my dialog class and here I am going to add some title. So builder dot set title dialog demo. Okay, now we can check it out again. So run the application again. So click the button. Now here you can see that in this dialog here there is a title and there is a message and there are two buttons, a positive button and a negative button. The title is optional. Okay, now when user click the button, here I am going to show some message. So when user click the positive button, this method will invoke. So show some message using the toast get activity. Use this method get activity and put some text. You click positive button and provide the duration. Toast don't make it as short, and finally make the toast visible using show method. Okay, now we have to put some message on the negative button also. You click the negative button. Okay, now we can run the application again. So I run the application again. So the dialog will appear now, and click the positive button. You click positive button. Now click it again. Now click cancel button. You click the negative button. Okay, I hope you enjoy this video. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel for getting more video updates. Thank you for watching. See you in the next part.